Good morning, students. Welcome to our history class. Today we are going to start with chapter number 6 of history, which is the Vijayanagar and Bahmani kingdoms. The rapid disintegration of Delhi Sultanate between the years 1335 CE and 1400 CE were accompanied by the rise of two powerful kingdoms in South India, the Vijayanagar and the Bahmani kingdoms. These two kingdoms, they were formed in the Deccan, and these two kingdoms ensured a period of peace and stability in South India for more than 2 centuries. Vijayanagar kingdom was founded by two brothers, Harihara and Bukka Rai, in 1336 AD. Within a short period, this kingdom strengthened its hold over the whole of southern India across south of Krishna river. It soon extended over the southern part of Andhra Pradesh up to the region of Kanyakumari. During its existence, Vijayanagar rulers fought several battles against the neighboring Bahmani kingdom. The battles with the Bahmani kingdom was for the possession of fertile Raichur Doab region lying between the rivers of Krishna, Tungabhadra, Krishna Godavari Delta and Konkan coastline. The Vijayanagar Empire rulers also fought against the Hoysala dynasty in Mysore as well as the king of Madurai. So constant fights were going on among themselves. Krishna Deva Raya was the most powerful ruler of Taluva dynasty. According to Domingo Paes, a Portuguese traveller, he was the most feared and the perfect king. Domingo Paes visited the Vijayanagar Empire during Krishna Deva's rule. Krishna Deva Raya, he conquered several territories by defeating the Bahmani rulers and king of Odisha. He extended his empire over the whole of South India due to his ability and power. Krishna Deva Raya was a great administrator who paid great attention to all matters concerning his empire. He established trade links with the Portuguese, English and Dutch. His friendly relations with the Portuguese governor led to the prosperous trade, especially in horses. Many facilities were granted to traders under his rule. For the growth of agriculture, Krishna Deva built many canals, tanks and dams for irrigation purposes, and Hampi was the capital of the Vijayanagar Empire. The ruins of Hampi tell us about the Vijayanagar Empire through its several monuments which can still be seen in these ruins. Let's discuss about the main features of the Vijayanagar Empire. First of all, we will discuss about the administration. King was the supreme authority who headed the entire administration as well as the military. The entire Vijayanagar Empire was divided into 6 mandalams or provinces. They were governed by governors who were known as Nayaks. Provinces were further subdivided into nadus, that is districts, sthals, that is sub-districts, and gramas, that is villages. So next we are going to talk about their society. The Vijayanagar Empire was prosperous. It is evident that every individual in the empire adorned himself or herself with beautiful jewelry or ornaments in neck, ear, arms, wrists and fingers. The people of the Vijayanagar were mainly non-vegetarians. Their belief in non-violence or ahimsa had weakened. They became more conservative and they began to give importance to religious rituals. Women were given equal position as men in the Vijayanagar Empire. Some of them were highly educated and most of them were trained in fine arts and music. So this was about their society. Now we are going to discuss about their economy. Land revenue was the main source of income, which was mainly taken on the basis of the fertility of the land. Many other taxes such as property tax, sales tax, tax on profession and marriages formed other major sources of income for the empire. Let's discuss about the contribution of the Vijayanagar Empire. Trade flourished in the Vijayanagar Empire. Diamonds, rubies, silk, cotton, rice, sugar, sandalwood and spices were the main trading items. In the field of occupation, agriculture was the main occupation of the people in Vijayanagar Empire as soil was rich. Mining and trading were the main economic activities. The land of the Vijayanagar Empire was rich in ores and several mines existed there. In the field of literature, the Vijayanagar rulers patronized the poets. Especially Krishnadeva Raya himself was a great scholar of Telugu and Sanskrit, and many of the religious teachers wrote in Telugu and Sanskrit, and many Vedic commentaries were written by Sayana in this time, and many of the poems were composed by Krishnadeva Raya in Telugu. And Ashtadighas were the eight great men who lived in Krishnadeva's court, and he wrote many books including Manu Charita. Tenali Ram, famous for his wit and humor like Birbal, was also a part of a Krishnadeva's court. He was also called Vikata Kavi. He was scholar of many languages spoken in the Vijayanagar Empire, especially Telugu, Kannada, Tamil as well as Marathi. And in the other fields also many other important developments took place during the Vijayanagar Empire. In the field of architecture, many beautiful buildings, especially temples, adorned the capital of Hampi. Vithala Swami Temple, Virupaksha Temple and Hazara Rama Temple are some of the finest temples made by the Vijayanagar rulers. Vithala Swami Temple, built by Krishnadeva Raya, was typical of Vijayanagar architecture. Apart from the main shrine, there are 5 structures which enclose a huge courtyard. Gopurams rising over 4 entrance gates are the dominant features. Gopurams are the lofty pyramid towers. A new feature called Kalyan Mandapam was added later on to the old structure. Kalyan Mandapam was a large pillared hall where gods and goddesses were ceremoniously married every year. Discuss about the decline of the Vijayanagar Empire. After the death of Krishnadeva Raya, the Vijayanagar Empire became weak. His successors became proud. They began to deal in arrogant manner with neighboring Bahmani kingdoms. This was the main reason for the weakening of the Vijayanagar Empire when the neighboring Deccan kingdoms joined hands with each other and defeated the last Vijayanagar ruler at the Battle of Talikota in 1565. Vijayanagar was totally plundered by them. However, this great kingdom existed for a long time even after this defeat. Its ruins can still be seen in Karnataka at Halibut. So this is for today's session about the Vijayanagar Empire. We will discuss about the Bahmani kingdoms in our next session. Thank you, class.